Hello, everyone. I hope you're having a wonderful day today. It looks like I have a huge science experiment prepared for you all today. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you my favorite products that help me grow my orchids. Several of you asked me, which products do you use and which ones do you like the best? So I thought I would answer that question. I'm going to go over as many things that help me as I possibly can. The first thing we're going to start with is bark. Okay, I have my Better Grow Special Orchid Potting Mix, which has bark, perlite, and charcoal. That is really a good orchid mix. Then I have the Orchiata, which is deluxe. The Orchiata is what I'm going to be buying from now on. I've had Einstein in bark now for about 4 weeks now. The quality of that bark is just wonderful. So either one of these I recommend. The Better Grow is good, but the Orchiata is absolutely deluxe. Okay, then let's go to the moss. I've got Better Grow Premium Grade Orchid Moss. You all know I've been talking about this. I love this stuff. Okay, I like this, and I like New Zealand Sphagnum Moss. Both of these are really, really good. This looks like a pancake. When you rehydrate this, you're going to get a lot of moss. It's going to expand to where it's going to be like this much by this much. You're going to get a lot of moss from this. So don't be surprised when you get this and it looks like this. Okay, either one of these, I highly recommend. I've had many of my orchids in this one for the past year. It's absolutely beautiful, high quality moss. As you all know, I've been growing my Cattleya in this New Zealand sphagnum moss for about 11 years. Just awesome, awesome moss. Okay, moving on. Water. What does water have to do with anything? Okay, your water quality is so very important. This is my triple reverse osmosis filtered water. This is my tap water. Okay, I'm going to use this because this has a TDS of 5 or 6. This has a TDS of about 105. How do I know that? I get out my handy dandy TDS monitor, and it's going to tell me, okay, this is about 7, okay, and this one is about 106. Okay, so which one am I going to use? I'm going to use my triple reverse osmosis water. This is also a pH of about 6.2. This pH is about 7.5. So I use quality water. I use my reverse osmosis water. I have really seen a big difference in the quality of the growth that I get from using really good quality water. So this is how I know what type of quality my water is my TDS and my pH pen. These come in just so handy because you don't have to go and buy pH strips from the pet store. So I highly recommend those monitors. They're really very useful. And this is the type of fertilizer that I use. I've used it for a very long time. I've used it for 15 years. I can find this locally. Better Grow Orchid Plus. It is a 2014-13 fertilizer. I really do like this. The only thing about this fertilizer is it does not have calcium and it does not have enough magnesium. So I do supplement with these. If you want to know how I do that supplementation, I did a video about a week ago on how I use the CalMag and the Epsom salts. But I do like this fertilizer. I've used it a very long time. If you're going to use fertilizers, here again, your TDS and your pH monitors, These are very, very helpful to help you know what you're doing. These have kept me from making a lot of mistakes, and I've used fertilizer for many, many years. So I highly recommend you get the monitors. They're going to really, really help you. And I know you're wondering, what is baking soda doing on the table now? Okay, this is what I use to bring up my pH. In tiny, tiny little amounts. I'm always amazed at how tiny an amount of baking soda will pull up your pH. If you need a pH down product, I would get pH down from the pet store. If it's safe to use with fish, it's safe to use with your orchids. So if you need something to bring your pH level up, you're going to use baking soda. If you need something to bring your pH down, get the pH down from your pet store. Okay, now let's talk about orchid pots. Which ones do I like the best? Do I like the ones with the holes in them, or do I like the ones without? Okay, I like the ones with the holes in them better. The only thing I don't like about growing this way is you lose too much moss each time when you're pouring your water out this way. The moss tends to stay together better when you grow it in a pot that has the holes in the bottom of it. So what I'm going to do from now on is, I like this type of a shape to grow my miniatures in, especially. Look here, this is what my husband did for me. I've got holes in the bottoms of these now. I really liked these solo cups. These are 16-ounce solo cups. What I'm going to do from now on, if I use these, is I am going to have my husband drill holes in the bottoms. These are a really nice size, and as you see, look, I mean, this orchid has done really, really well. You can tell from the top, do you see how I've lost just a tiny bit of moss every time I've watered and drained this? But they have really grown very well this way. It's just I prefer to have them drained from the bottom. Another thing that really has helped me with my orchid growing is this temperature and humidity monitor. As you see, my humidity is just a little bit low today, so I know to turn on my humidifier. So this has really been a game changer for me. I know this is a simple product, but I highly recommend you get a temperature and humidity monitor. Very good thing. And speaking of humidifiers, this is the one that I use. It's just a desktop humidifier. It's perfect for an orchid grow room. And this is the specific type that I use. This has been a very good thing to help me keep my humidity level where it should be over this past winter. And of course, when you're using a humidifier, you want to use a fan in your room. It keeps your room from having hot spots from your heaters. Also, it keeps the air movement good around your orchids. That is very important as well. So I've really enjoyed this ceiling fan. And another commonly asked question that I get is, do I prefer clear pots or solid pots? I really do like using clear pots because I like seeing what's going on with the root system. I really like being able to just check to see what the roots are doing. Sometimes though, the larger pots, it's just so hard to find those in a clear pot. So the next time that I repot these, I'm going to try to find some clear, large plastic, maybe buckets. But those have worked fine, but I really do prefer the clear pots. So here is a close-up of my fowl legato. She always makes me smile. And I'm just hoping that you all have a wonderful day and be highly favored, deeply loved, and greatly blessed. And we'll talk to you all next time.